Bit of a sloppy track here at Soldier Field. Still getting some of the wraparound rain bands of a low-pressure system that's hovered over Chicago the last couple of days. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on 10 between the Arizona Cardinals and the Chicago Bears. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On 2nd and 7, Fields. He's got this to the tight end, Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. Their first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers are getting involved as this game goes on.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. The Bears hit 4 and 6 now on the year. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Fields throw complete here to Kmet. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Fields on third down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And he's got it complete to Anderson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. $14 yards, first down, Cardinals. On first and 10 is Connor. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now on second and 13, Murray finds his running back, James Conner. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
On the counter, it's Conner. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. Again, it's Conner. And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. Second straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a third down and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Throwing now is Murray. Found his target. It's Anderson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 42. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game that will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a second and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Play fake, Murray. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
To throw again on second down, Murray. Wide open receiver, complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
They'll run here with Conner. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's second and goal. Now Murray. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Bears are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd and 2, Fields. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Cards are going to take possession of the football. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Touchdown! Zach Ertz, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
But one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap, Fields. That's complete right side to Kmet. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll try and run for the 1st with Dillon. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
Well, that was big right there because they're the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Edwards-Helaire. Room here to run. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the 1st.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for. A really good change of pace back.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle they run. Here's Dillon. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Here's Fields. A throw left side taken in by Kmet. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Ran a perfect defense in this situation. Would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage with just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down. They'll run for it with Dillon. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the 1st. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Thought they might throw the football with a little chunk that they had remaining on 4th down, but they ran it, they got it.
And the reason they were able to get it done, he ran that play with conviction, didn't he? Understood he would get a little bit of help from his friends up front, but it was really on him to go ahead and make the power move and get it done, and that he did.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Fields to throw on 3rd and 1. This is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Jacoby Myers, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Bears are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return.
The Cardinals may ball on first down at their own 18-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
They'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They'll get 34 yards there.
Now that certainly solidifies how to attack this 2-minute drill right before the half. I don't think they were going to try and run out the clock, but now after that big play, their thoughts are certainly of trying to score and get some points before the half.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Murray to air it out again. His throw incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Murray going to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now Murray again. That is caught inside the 5. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And he is going to lose lose yardage here. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This taken in at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one, and we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Murray. And that is incomplete. So stop here defensively to start this third quarter. Just what's needed in a tie ball game.
Yeah, good chance to build back some momentum on the defensive side of the ball. In fact, what they've done is give their offense a nice push in the back as they get ready to take the field.
And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Fields. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
3rd and long. It's Fields. Gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. From the 40 now on second down. Fields toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Those are the types of runs they told us they want to see more of. Look, they'd love the 60 to 70-yard runs, but those 10 to 20-yarders, they can help you win a ball game.
And that means everyone's invested because you know the big guys up front. That's what they do. They try and move people. But when you get your perimeter guys involved downfield, that means that they care about the running game and they know it helps their team.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Again, it's Dillon. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Fields. Now swing pass for Dillon. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Tyler Beatty, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 14 to 7. The touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7 as they come up 1st and 10. Now a throw here to his running back. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
This one was all about clearing space for this play to work because he's got to leak out of the backfield to his right and then angle his way up the field. And a really pretty throw to put it on him and create the big play downfield.
Murray now on 1st down. Now, a quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. And the passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Murray. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for more. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but ground and brings up fourth down.
Two things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Taken from just outside the 30. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball.
That's caught inside the 20. A huge play there for Chicago. 61 yards. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And that's how you start the drive, because you know they have this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity. Unleashed it big time, and that was also a big-time throw.
And he is going to lose yardage here. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Bit of a pressure spot here for Tyler Bass. This to make it a 2-score game. The kick by Bass is good. And they will move on by 10 now, 17-7. So that's CD an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
This offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Throwing there, but this pass is going to run up incomplete.
I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third-down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Now Murray's got to have this one. Got a man. It's McBride complete. And he is going to have the Cardinals first down on a well-designed play there. That gets them 16 to move the chains.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Throwing again, Murray. And his throw is incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter, and find their way open.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
Throwing on third down, Fields. He's going to air one out. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive, and in a relatively quick manner. Stopped on the play by Jaquan Brisker.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Connor going to get it again on second down. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, a run with counter. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Murray a give. This is counter. Tackle made there by the UCF man, Mike Hughes. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they keep handing it to him.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. they become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They're going for it. It's Murray. He's going to look deep for more. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Cardinals unable to convert there on fourth down. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. Now a carry for Dillon. And he'll get it inside the 35.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So the completion good for just 3. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. The kick by Bass is good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. First down, Murray. That pass complete to Moore. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing now is Murray. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Moore, the man in motion. To throw again on second down. Murray. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely four-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. First down. Now Murray. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Murray getting this complete to counter, and they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit. So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Late game situation, things seem to be unraveling just a little bit, and that's when you start forcing the football, mainly out of necessity. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete, nearly picked off.
Throwing again on second and 10. Murray. That's complete to McBride. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
But this defense has been physical all game long, and it certainly looks like they're not going to back off and make things any easier. They want to keep making life miserable for the receivers all the way to the end.
Murray and company going for it on 4th. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bears will get the football back.
So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
They'll begin the drive with a run by Dillon. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They run once more with Dillon. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Here comes the Bears punter now. Standing right on his own 5-yard line. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Murray. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone.
And it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
Boy, this crowd is on pins and needles now because anytime you see the ball heading for the end zone, you really hold your breath, and they come out of their seats. That one falls incomplete.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Murray sets to throw on 4th. A desperation heave for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
Ready?
The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Chicago, the win gets them a step closer to 500 at 5-6. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now in the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams.
Chicago.